Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to some more Eternal Laddering. Haven't gotten to play Eternal too awfully much in the last couple of weeks, just been very busy with other things, so we're going to be testing out a Tavrod Paladin deck off of Eternal Warcry, posted by Grenadin. That looks like it should be a lot of fun. Let's go over the list and see what we're working with. Got a couple of Dark Returns to recur things that die for Seek Power. Shouldn't really need to explain what that's about. To Annihilate, kill a unit with a single faction. Starting to get into the Paladin synergy here with Anointer of the Faithful, a 1/3 for 2 with lifesteal. When we summon it, give a Paladin in our hand bond. When you play another Paladin, play a +1/+1 weapon on it. Interesting. Sort of the linchpin of the Paladin strategy. For Crown Watch Paladin with Aegis and Warcry. 2 Protect. 3 Vanquish. 3 Bright Mace Paladin, which synergizes extremely well with Anointer of the Faithful, as if Anointer's out, then Bright Mace is going to absolutely have lifesteal when it enters play. 3 Order of the Spire, which is really interesting. This is a card I used to play a long time ago when I was first getting started in Eternal, because just a couple of turns of it living could get its power and toughness really out of hand, so I'm kind of excited to be running this guy again. Whenever we play a power, we will double its power and toughness. 4 Slay, simply the best removal spell in the game at this point. 4 Auric Runehammer. If we're going to be running Tavrod, then we want some amount of weapons in the deck. 4 Copper Hall Paladin, yet another thing that can be bonded out with Anointer of the Faithful. A 4-cost 3/4 with lifesteal. When you play a weapon on Copper Hall Paladin, play a Justice Sigil from your deck depleted, so another good synergy with Anointer, since it will have a weapon played on it immediately if Anointer is in play. 4 Inquisitor's Blade, a 4-cost 3/1 weapon that gives the wielder flying, and if the wielder dies, give Inquisitor's Blade Destiny and put it into the top 10 cards of your deck, which has some other synergies with Tavrod coming up. For example, if you attack with Tavrod and you pull an Inquisitor's Blade that has Destiny, then when you take it, you can immediately play it on Tavrod, and he will get the pluses before he hits the opponent, and also the flying, which is awesome. 2 Recano Sheriff for the weapon synergy, as well as being a late game power sink. Also a Minotaur, so Tavrod can find that. And of course, Tavrod Auric Broker, who is not a Paladin, but is an awesome Minotaur. 5-cost 5/7 with Endurance. When he attacks, draw a Minotaur and a weapon from the top 5 cards of your deck, give them +5 attack, and discard the rest. The power base is 8 Justice Sigil, 6 Shadow Sigil, 4 Argenport Banner, 4 Crest of Vengeance, and 4 Seat of Vengeance. With all the synergies going on here, it looks like this deck can do some really explosive things given the right circumstances, so let's hope that happens. Alright, don't think we can keep this hand. We don't have any units in it. That's a little bit better, though kind of slow. Sadly, we're also on the draw here. That's going to make it even later before we can play something. And we may be up against Skycrag Aggro, which I'm assuming is really bad with the hand that we've drawn. We're definitely going to keep that. Nope, maybe Icaria Blue. We will play this and pass back. We probably want to wait till turn 4 to play this so that we can play it plus go ahead and double its power immediately. Or, let's see, we play this, we can give bond. So we can bond this out if we play a power. But then we can't play a power to double it. I think what we're going to do is give this one bond and then pass. Hopefully this survives. No torch opponent, please. Also need to be aware that a deck in these factions that looks like it's being controlling is going to be running Harsh Rule, Hailstorm as well. Don't know if it was worth it to Hailstorm the single creature there, but probably was. Alright, let's go ahead and play this. Then we'll double its power. And I think we're going to go ahead and Dark Return our Anointer. And actually, we may have missed sequence there. Maybe I should have Dark Returned, played it, and then went on from there. Alright, well, you've already got Bond. Let's give... I guess we give Bond to it again, since Tavrod is not a Paladin. Sadly, I don't think that stacks. To that, we'll get a Justice Sigil depleted. And hopefully not get Harsh Ruled here. Alright, there's a Vanquish. Ooh, another Tavrod. That makes me not feel too bad about playing one of him into a potential Harsh Rule, though I imagine if they'd had a Harsh Rule, they would have played it there and 2-for-1'd us. Alrighty then. Was not expecting a concession there, but sure, we'll take it. I mean, we've got some removal. I think we can do better than this hand, though, so we'll try. Don't know if I'd call that better. Now we're in need of a third power card to start doing anything here, and we are against aggro of some sort. At least we got a Seek power, so there's that. We'll get our second Shadow. Okay, Stone Scar then. At least that was depleted. So maybe they won't have a second unit to play. And they don't, which is good for us. I think we're going to just Slay here. We could just play this out, but it would probably die. Actually, I don't think I care if it dies. I would rather kill something that's more threatening than an Oni Ronin with this Slay. Yeah, there's a Torch. Alright, well, I think we have gotten off to a very slow start, which may mean our death here. At least this is life still. Maybe they're not running Annihilate? The lifesteal in this deck is probably very helpful against aggro. Well, they're running Suffocate, not Annihilate, but still kills it. Getting very low here. Right, Runehammer is interesting, but I think Tavrod's by far our best move at this point. And we're going to block the bigger Oni Ronin. Got an Obliterate. You do. So we're probably just dead here, but we might as well see what Tavrod finds. Sure. Okay. Missed a weapon. We have a weapon to play. Also will gain us a life. Though I don't think it matters if they have any direct damage in hand at all. We're just dead here. A Torch. Another Obliterate. A Bandit Queen. Sure, that will work. Yep. An honorable fight. just a little too slow off the starting blocks last game. Let's see if we can do better in this one. Alright, again, nothing till turn 3. Kind of awkward. Maybe we won't be up against Aggro again. Nope, we are. Looks like straight Skycrag aggro this time, but at least we drew a turn 2 play, so that is very helpful. We won't be blocking. This thing has quick draw. Yeah, no blocks. That is also a problem for us. Let's see. We could pop its Aegis or just slay this guy. Probably just want to slay the Outlaw. Maybe we can live long enough to get Tavrod down. Yeah, let's kill this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage incoming. It's a bigger Tavrod. So we could suit up here and swing for 6. We're losing this race at present, though. So I think we're going to attack and then play out the Sheriff. If she doesn't die, then we can at least trade and only take 1 damage from the champion. Really need to draw a 5th undepleted power this coming turn. Playing a Tavrod will greatly help us curb this onslaught. Yep. Going to 9. That should help. I think we're just going to still keep swinging with the Paladin. The war cry seems important. Then we'll play out our bigger Tavrod and prepare to try to block some. Luckily, he has endurance, so cannot be permafrosted. Getting our Sheriff torched, though. So maybe I shouldn't have swung with the Paladin and held it back to block. So if they have another torch, we are dead. Alright, well that's not a torch, so that helps. Let's just swing with Tavrod this time. Yeah, we'll take that for sure. And we'll take that. Yeah, great. Hopefully they will not draw burn. This is lifelink. So I think it's real important that we get it out. Or not lifelink, but lifesteal. Been playing some Magic here lately. There's an obliterate. Good game. If we had lived through that turn, I feel like we would have been turning that game around. Again, just slightly too slow versus these aggro decks. Which makes me feel like if we had had slightly better draws, then we probably could have beaten them. Alright, that is a lot better than the last 2 hands that we've seen. Sadly, we are on the draw again. Would really like to go first eventually, game. Alright. Well, let's scout. Do we want a 4th power? Probably do. We do have Runehammer plus Tavrod already. Alright, this could be Grenadin. Let's go with you. We'll play you on that. Then next turn, if she lives, we can bond it out, play a power, and have it be a 4/4 because it'll have a weapon. Awesome. So now Torch will not kill it. Many other removal spells still can. Alright, feeling that this is indeed Grenadin. Guess it could be a rally deck too. Well, for sure we want to do this. And then we're going to suit it up, take to the air and attack for 11. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell, because this guy could go all the way, especially if we draw another power to make it a 22-18. Okay, guessing that means they don't have a removal spell. Hopefully that's what it means. Yeah, seems that that's the case. Awesome. Yeah, I think we'll keep this. Getting into matches is taking a little longer than usual this afternoon. Still, we'll keep at it. Alright, that is fine. Paladin's a really good target for Inquisitor's Blade. The E just helps a lot with that. Looks like Hooru over there could be Hooru control. Let's go ahead and hit for 2. Then we'll just pass back. Would like to start drawing other threats now. I think our powers are fine at this point. Wisdom of the Elders, okay. That's a good thing for us to see on that turn. Means our Paladin's going to survive and become a 6/2 here. Yeah, I think this is a better route than playing the Anointer with nothing to give bond to. Then next turn, if they don't play anything creature-wise, we'll probably just Rune Hammer it up and hit their face. Alright, sure. Not thrilled about that, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and do this. And then I guess we bond it out and hope they don't have a harsh rule. Because if they do, we're very sad. Would have loved to have had another Paladin to also give bond to, but we didn't. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we attack here. Alright, well, we're going to go super aggro. And we're going to hold this power. For bluff purposes, but also in case we draw an Order of the Spire. Well, there's the harsh roll. They just didn't have an undepleted power to play last turn. And we could just win via this Rune Hammer. Kinda doubt that that's going to be possible, but yeah, they've got one of their own. Hello, Tavrod. Expect you to possibly meet a sticky end here. Lots of stuff deal with Tavrod, especially with that many cards in hand. Yeah, Vanquish does a fine job. Feel like the opponent may have taken over control of the game, which is what their deck's designed to do. Let's take you down to 2. No weapon, please. Right, Throne Warden is something that we can deal with, though it is going to cost us both of our Vanquishes. Sadly gave them 4 armor, so they're not just dead. Now, Wisdom of the Elders digging. Got the answer here. Yep, Torch. Okay, well, knew it wasn't going to be that easy. You're just drawing all the cards. Alright, I guess we'll go for the Copper Hall Paladin. And pass. Still holding this. Icaria is a bit more of an issue for us. I mean, that helps. Now they have to block. So let's attack and force that block. Alright. There. Sadly, this is not a paladin, so we need to play our power to get... So we need to play our power to get her onto the board. Kind of expect a second harsh roll at this point. Hopefully not, but yeah, there it is. Just one of those situations where you have to hope your opponent doesn't have it. And now with us top decking, drawing powers, I think we're getting past the point that we can actually pull this out. That could possibly help. Don't have a lot of hope for it to live. Especially with Icaria over there pounding our face in and giving massive war cries to the top unit or weapon of their deck. Like that one. Alright, yep, that is game over. Good game, opponent. Yeah, I think we can do better than this hand. These one-unit hands are not feeling great for us. Now that, on the other hand, seems to be a much better draw. Could we ever? Alrighty. Let's see. Guess we'll go with the seat and seek power. Hopefully we can play the Anointer out next turn and not have it die. I'm gonna bond onto the Copper Hall Paladin. Alright, cool. So let's do that. We'll bond here. Get our weapon. Play a Sigil depleted. Good deal. We can Tavrod next turn, a turn early. Nice little ramp we had going there. Alright, Slay on, yep, the Copper Hall, sure. Prefer it to go there than our Tavrod. See, you're tapped low enough that I don't think you could really do anything. So we'll go ahead and play Tavrod out pre-combat. Okay, Endurance, Quick Draw. Oh, okay, so it swaps back and forth. So it's a defensive unit on your turn or on our turn and an offensive unit on your turn. Interesting. Let's play Seek Power. Go ahead and grab a third Shadow. Then we're going to swing with just Tavrod here. See what he finds. Another Tavrod, awesome. Okay, sure. See, you're a soldier, are you? 5/6. Probably just want to play our other Tavrod. And then pass. Could have also played this, used it to bond out Crown Watch Paladin and Seek Powered. Alright, Varus favor, not a problem. Probably won't block if you attack with that. Sure, take my Seek Power, I don't really care about that. Yep, no blocks. They don't have the power left to Harsh Rule. Didn't want to have them Finest Hour and take out one of our Tavrods. Let's do that. Then swing, swing. That's sad. Missed on everything on that one. Oh wow, that was unfortunate. 2 big misses. And I kind of expect that we're going to get harsh ruled here. So I'm just going to end the turn. If we don't get harsh ruled, I think we're still in great shape. Nope, just a bloodletter. So they're going to gain 8. I think that's fine. Just no blocks. Alright, Valkyrie. So drawing a removal spell would be awesome, but we didn't. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think we just keep swinging with these. They can stonewall here and chump there. Or they could team up and kill one. Yeah, we'll take an Inquisitor's Blade. Seems good. Alright, so they're just bouncing. Then I think we're just going to flood the board because it's appearing that they don't have a harsh rule. Go ahead and bond that out. Play the Sheriff, which is huge. And we're still going to hold this just in case of a Order of the Spire. I think we'll chump this turn just to keep our life total reasonably high. Right, Tavrod of their own. Well, unfortunately for them, we have this, which means we win. Alright, let's hope this game goes as well as the last one. With this hand, it's not going to, though, so throw that back. That's a bit better. Do need to draw a power or two. And we get to go first, which is awesome. Yeah, same to ya. We want that on top. We want to make sure to hit 3 power for sure. Looks like we're up against Faun of some ilk. Guess we're going to deploy our Crown Watch Paladin. Could draw an undepleted power next turn. If not, we have a 3rd power to play. So that at least we don't miss a power drop. Let's go ahead and start swinging. Probably just play out Bright Mace Paladin. Yeah, Hellstorm, killing the Bright Mace, popping the Aegis. Alright, so let's crest. Protect? Protect could be good, except we definitely want to hit our 5th power drop, so let's bottom that. Then we'll attack. And I could Dark Return the Bright Mace Paladin, but I think I'd rather use it on one of these other creatures. Alright, Bloodcaster. Well, normally that would be a good blocker, but we've got the Inquisitor's Blade, so able to just soar over its head. Fingers crossed for no removal. Ooh, looks like they're splashing fire there. Wisdom of the Elders. You draw a torch. Nope, but a permafrost. Well, that is very unfortunate for us. Yes, Tavrod's coming down to try and party. Fingers crossed for no in cold blood from the opponent here. Harbinger, okay. It's not too bad for us. Yeah, we'll start with an attack. Miss. Miss. That's kind of sad. Yep. Their Harbinger is buffering their life total. We want to be careful here. We want to leave up Protect for Tavrod, so we're just going to play the Crown Watch Paladin, which is a lot bigger than a normal Crown Watch Paladin, so that is an issue. We need to draw some removal. Sure. Couple of vanquishes off the top would not be remiss. Oh, holding back, are you? Well, guess we'll attack. Yep, we'll take that. And that. Double block, kind of what I expected. Sure. And I guess we'll just play this and finish this one off. Seems correct. And then we're going to Dark Return the Tavrod that died. Could have also gotten an Order of the Spire. That was in there for the mill, but I think Tavrod's just better. Alright, well, let's kill one of these. Then we'll attack. They can bounce. Just really wanting the war cry. Then we'll replay Tavrod. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for him, because we're not able to hold up Protect. Do have another Dark Return though, so we can just recur it, I suppose. That is unfortunate. Alrighty. Well, nothing to do but swing at this point. Yep. Okay, that helps. So, I think what we're going to do here is cast the Inquisitor's Blade on Tavrod and protect it and just discard the rest of our hand. Hopefully that'll be enough to get the deed done. A 15-10 flying Aegis Tavrod seems pretty hard to beat. Not impossible by any means, but Permafrost, okay. Can't even target Tavrod with that because he has endurance, so that's good for us. Try to take you to 2. Alright. Missing is kind of bad, but we do have potential lethal here. We need to play this out, otherwise we're just going to discard it to Azendel's Gift. Channel the Tempest. Don't think that's going to get it done. Good game, opponent. Alright, I think we'll do one more. This is potentially a really, really good hand. Especially if we draw a 3rd power naturally, so we're going to keep it. Removal spell from the opponent can mess all of that up. But we're hoping that's just not the case. We're going to bottom you. We're trying to hit a 3rd power. Because we can play this, give the order bond, which would allow us to bond it out, play a power, make it 4/4 right off the bat. So we're going to attempt that. We do need to draw a power next turn. Doesn't even have to be an undepleted power. And we did. Awesome. This thing has Deadly, which is sad, but we have removal for it if we need to. Go ahead and embiggen our order and pass back. Hopefully no removal from the opponent here. Yep, no blocks. Another one, huh? Well, honestly, wouldn't have minded to draw another power there, but 'twas not to be. So we're going to seek power. Play that. Kill you. And then attack for 9. If we can dodge removal for one more turn, then we can start holding up Protect for the rest of the game. Well, bye-bye to our Inquisitor's Blade. Guess we can't really afford to play Protect at this point. They are keeping this deadly thing on blocking duty. Let's attack. Let's not, actually. They can just block and lose nothing. Guess we'll go with our Sheriff. And end the turn. Really sad our Inquisitor's Blade got taken. That would have given us the evasion we needed to finish this game out really quickly. Still, any removal is going to help. Guess we're losing this girl. Another Sheriff. Seems good. Let's start with an attack. Yep, it's either lose your Rune Hammer or lose your Deadly Blocker. Alright. And we'll play our other Sheriff and pass back. They finally had a Slay. Still not the end of the world. Let's attack. And then we're going to play out a Bright Mace Paladin. Interrogator, okay. So we could put a weapon here, which would make it lifesteal and pump you up to a 5/5, or we could just play you plus this, which would let us hold up Protect. I think actually it's better to just do this. We're going to swing with both. Yep, seems good. We're going to hold this because there's no guarantee we'll draw another one. Seems okay. Let's attack. They could have a Finest Hour, which would be bad, but they didn't. So that's awesome for us. Still able to hold up Protect. Inquisitor's Blade, alrighty. Kinda surprised they're attacking there. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, they were dead if they just passed the turn anyway, as they had no power, and all we had to do was activate Sheriff, put a weapon over here, it would have been a 5/5, this thing would have been a 3/3, and they're dead. But anyway, here again is the deck list. A fun little deck to play that can do some really busted things, as we got to see a couple of times there. Still probably some room for improvement. I know that Garavani, who posted the deck on Eternal Warcry, said that Oathbreaker would be a good inclusion in the deck, but he didn't have any yet. And also mentioned that the first cuts that he would make to include other cards would probably be Bright Mace Paladin, so that's something to keep in mind if you do have Oathbreakers or other things that you think would fit into this deck. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how that session went. Got some good wins, had a lot of fun. Basically everything that I'm looking to do when I boot up Eternal and shuffle up some cards. But that will do it for this episode. As always, the link to the deck list will be in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. And thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. It really does help tremendously. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.